Dr. Tabati. Hey, always at alert. Thanks all for joining my life. It's been a while here, people. Your girl has been touring, UK. I'm back and better. How are you guys doing? Do you guys miss me? I promise to make everything up. It has been from one vacation period is usually like this here because it's always very busy and busy. So any opportunity we get, we utilize it. So it's just this life is just more like general updates, personal updates, IRCC or Canada update, UK updates, every update you can think of. And a while ago, I uploaded a video on rural renewal stream. In case you have watched that video and you seem not to understand what I said there, this is an avenue for you to ask questions and I'll be able to reply you to the best of my knowledge. Good to see you all again. Thanks for having me again on this channel. Who missed me? Who missed me? Who missed my posts, my uploads? Imagine for a whole week I didn't upload till today. You know it's not my way, but then sometimes you can't control some things. It was really a busy period, and I promise you I'll be bringing the video to you soonest. Okay, you know I vlog, so I was able to come up with some vlogs. And again, last week was our graduation. I posted the pictures on my community tab and I got a lot of congratulatory messages, and most persons were confused if I was the one graduating or my husband. Well, we will know when the video comes up. Thanks for being supportive all the way. The love has been massive. The love you guys have been showing to me has been, big. I can't thank you enough, guys. Please like this video. If you are just coming in, I can see 5 persons online. Please like this video. So for the general updates, yeah, I traveled with my family to Manchester for family vacation. Yes, I posted some pictures. So I went to different towns in Greater Manchester. Till now I cannot even I cannot separate the cities because it was confusing. They will tell you Bolton is different from Manchester. Bolton is a town close to Manchester. Like I cannot just understand it. But I visited so many places like Trafford, Salford. Is there anything like that? Trafford, Salford, Bolton, Preston. For those that are in Manchester, I hope I'm not saying the wrong things. So I visited so many towns because it was more like a reunion. I'll be posting that video. You guys should just pardon me because I'm having an exam to write, so it has really be, too much on me. But then I traveled and I enjoyed myself. You guys know before now that I love traveling. So when I traveled, I tried to take everything away from my head. You understand? So I can enjoy everything. You understand? So it's not easy putting multiple things in your head. So it was a nice time out, and I'm back. I'm back to the glory of God. Thank God for the safe trip. And again, we also thank God for the successful graduation ceremony that took place. Yes, we return all the glory to God. So that's it for general updates for now. So I just said general updates. Anything could come up in the course of this video. Just not too long, I got an update from the UK government. I don't know where these people are taking us to in the UK. For those of you that are in the UK, how far? I'm in the UK too, so it's affecting me, and I'm going to be reading it out. You know, many laws have been coming up lately that have not really been too it has not been too interesting on our side, let me put it like that, like trying to proposing stopping dependents from coming as from next year. Many things have been coming up, like extending, what they call it, extending ILR, yes, till about 8 to 10 years. Hope you guys are following me. So all those things have been coming up, and the reason they gave is because there is now too much population in the UK, and the facilities um, are way too small compared to the number of persons coming in. So they are looking for every route to see that um, the people coming in to the UK will be reduced to the minimum. So just in, or I don't know if I'm just getting this. Hi, Aramide. Thanks for joining my live. I missed you all. I missed you all. Traveling did me a lot of things that I could hardly have time for myself. In fact, I'm still having this tired look from my trip, but it's all fun. I'll be fine. So thanks for joining my live. Let me read out the new updates. This was 2 days yesterday. Yesterday was 13th. It said the government of UK saying that um, bill £2k in few weeks for visa. How Cassie's hair? Thanks for making it to my life. I appreciate you. Thanks so much. You know, thanks so much. They said, from what I watched the video on a particular news. Hi Savik, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining my life. I really appreciate you guys. They said, how are the governments going to fund paying public sector workers more? So now, thanks so much, Savik. The video is loading, 80% loading. In fact, I will upload it this night and you will see it tomorrow. I've done the editing of the graduation video. So, from what they said, they are looking for a way. Look at what the UK government is saying. You know. They say where two elephants fight is the grasses that suffer it. That's what I'm seeing here. Because they want to fund paying public sector workers more, the whole thing is now being pushed to the immigration sector. Now, I learned the IHS fee will now increase from 634 pounds to about 1,000 and something pounds, almost times two. Ha. Then the fee for migrant applying for visas and accessing the NHS will go up. That will raise over £1 billion. Oh my goodness. It means we should arrange our home. A lot of persons are getting discouraged because of all these new laws that are being proposed. We don't know when all these things will come into effect, but it's telling on people that want to immigrate to the UK. Imagine the increment. But do you know what? Some will still get the money, some will still get the fund to come. What about those that are struggling, that really genuinely want to come abroad to do one or two things for their lives, you know? When I saw it, I was marveled. I said I'm going to talk about it. I hardly talk about UK updates and all that, but this one, I had to talk about this. So the whole thing is that in order to fund the UK economy, it is the new immigrants or the immigrants that will pay for it. That's just it in a nutshell. Now, coming to increasing the IHS or NHS payment, or most people here don't use those things. We will pay back in our country, but we hardly use these services. Highest, we go to the pharmacy, they give us paracetamol, they give us eye drop if it's available, and we pay so much. So in a whole year, maybe it's just once or twice we visit the pharmacy. So why this huge amount of money? I reside in UK, so it concerns me too, and it concerns anybody that I know, yes, will be coming to the UK. Well, I won't stress it much. It's just me bringing the update to you guys in case you've not heard that they want to fund their public sector, and it is through immigrants fee in terms of IHLs or NHS. That is how they are going to get the money. So that's all for UK updates. Yeah, second, I see. So now coming to Canada update, it's been a while. Like I told you guys, a lot of updates came up. I once talked about uh, this, what they call it, targeted express category based express entry, and they've done their ITA. I think they did that July 7th, but I was not in town to make that video, so I just waited for an opportunity like this. And draws have been done, and they've taken their quota. So if you are a nurse aide, or if you guys remember when I talked about category based express entry, so they've done the draws. So if you are hoping, so you can just go and check it out and see when their next draw will be for those that are going to immigrate to Canada via um, category based express entry. So now back to the video I uploaded about 2 hours ago, 1 hour plus ago. Rural renewal stream. I will keep saying this stream because that is what is raining now. It is the easiest route now, and the processing time is 1 month when you have all your requirements. And I think I did justice to that in the video uploaded. So I'm here now. In case you have watched it and you still need more clarification, you can ask, and I will try my best. So one unique, so not even one, there are many unique things about that rural renewal stream. This is just a general overview of this slide. That's why I said general update. I'm just going to be touching various aspects. So the requirement for this rural renewal stream is very, very low. And in terms of education, you don't need to have so much CLB to be able to be qualified for this. And again, your educational level, yeah, is not so, it shouldn't be so high. Like they just made the whole thing very minimal, just low key way of getting your permanent residency. So now, apart from you using express entry to get your permanent residency from outside of Canada, this is another route different from express entry. Alberta is calling you guys. Alberta is calling you guys. Forget that it is rural. One day from rural, it will turn to urban. From urban, you can actually leave and go to wherever you are going. Dr. Talbot, I can't wait to see you in Canada. Don't mind me that I'm in UK. It will be well. I'm in UK, but my spirit is in Canada. So guys, they are rural past some of our cities. What are you telling me? Yes, now someone that sees a rural place to go to in Canada is something. It is something, yeah. It is something, and that's the mistake most persons make. They want to go to Toronto. They want to go to Calgary. They want to go to big towns. I'm not saying it's not possible, but the whole immigration thing is becoming somehow. So you have to, you said in one life that you're ready. No. Savik, I only got permanent residency, not citizenship. I'm only a permanent resident in Canada. That is, with my permanent resident status, in 3 years' time, I should get my citizenship by God's grace. I'm a permanent resident, not a visitor, not a temporary resident. I'm a permanent resident. Maybe you didn't get me right. If I'm a citizen, it's good now. It's good. I beg you, even save money safe. Save money in what sense? To travel or how? I don't understand. Please rephrase your question. I'm a permanent resident of Canada, not a citizen yet. But hopefully we know we are pushing. Yes, even though you are in rural areas, you are not just there as a visitor, you are working. If you are working, it's expected that you should have savings. Yes, I'm answering you, Todota, but you are going to rural areas in Canada not because you want to just go and do sightseeing. You are going there because job carried you there. I don't know if you are getting my point. Job took you there. An employer from the rural community in Canada told you to come over, that there is job. So if you are working, you should have savings, except you don't want to save. But then there's an exception to this. If you are there and probably your income is not enough, the community can also support you. I think I mentioned that in one of my live videos. The community can also support you. You can write to the community. Maybe you have a large family and the money you are earning is not enough. You can. But if you are going to the rural areas, you should have your savings. Yeah, you should have your savings. The another tricky question people used to ask is if a community or if a province nominates you, is it compulsory to stay there? I have received that question over time. I don't know if the person will even come live. Somebody still asked me this question 2 days ago. That is it compulsory to stay there? Everybody's entitled to their opinions. It's good that you wanted something and you are getting another thing. But don't also forget that that same place you don't like is still in Canada. The question is very tricky if you are to remain in a particular province. One, is almost like you signed an agreement. I mean, when you are trying to go through this nomination, rural, pilot, and all those things, it was because they told you to come. That was why you came, right? The only way you can actually decide where you will stay in Canada is when you immigrate via express entry. When you immigrate via express entry, which I know it's not that easy except you boost your points, that is when you can choose, okay, I want to stay in Toronto, I want to stay in so place. But if you are being nominated or designated or you are being endorsed by a particular province or a community, please, it is advisable you stay there for some time. You need to stay there for some time. The time frame, I will not state it. You know why? But if that place is not favoring you, you can then maybe, and you have to have a good reason to leave that place. If that place is not favoring you, maybe your job is not good, or you will not get a good job, and you have evidences to back that up, then you can then write to the government of Canada that so I can't stay in this province, or there's just something about that province that is not going well with you. Then you can write and do, and that you would like to leave. But if you go and leave without them knowing, or they discover that you didn't stay in that province as you ought to stay, then there will be a problem. Hi Tuli, thanks for joining my live. Thanks so much for joining my live. And again, another way you can move to another province is after you've gotten your citizenship. First, I said if you are immigrating via express entry, you can decide you can decide on any province you want to stay. Then, if you have your citizenship in any part of Canada, you can actually travel to any part of Canada to stay. That's also another way you can decide. I just hope the person that asked me this question will watch this video. I couldn't really answer him well that day. But that's the only, I've just mentioned two ways. Maybe there are other reasons or ways you can actually decide on where to stay. But if a community nominates you and in less than a year you're already complaining that you want to leave, to me I feel it's not too proper, because it's more like you are backstabbing me. I gave you opportunity to come, and now you say you want to go. Is somehow another reason why people are being discouraged to follow these routes that I've been talking about. They they will feel you have to satisfy them, even though it's at your own detriment. That's also another disadvantage of this. Because anything that has advantage, me, I will tell you the truth too, and be realistic. Yeah, so it now depends on if you want to go with it, fine. If you don't want to go with it, then you rest. So we have the good side, we have the side that will not sit well with you. But it's better you just know it now, and you know peace, that you have to stay there at least a year, if not more than, just to like satisfy the community, or just to like tell the community thanks very much for designating me. So if you have any question related to maybe Canada or UK, because those are the places I've visited for now, kindly let me know in the comment section, and I'm here for you guys live and direct. Hi, Triple M. Thanks for joining my live. Thanks for joining my live. I missed you guys on Tuesday. I ought to come on live on Tuesday. Yes, I know, but it's better to be late than to be delayed. So, more updates, guys. More updates. I think I've talked about that rural part of it, and of recent there have been some updates in Canada, like nominating new mayor and the rest, but all those ones are not really. I know what people want to hear is how they will move to Canada. Then a question came from a lady. She asked two questions. She was in between two things, and I also hope she'll be watching this live. Um, she wanted to know which is better off for her, or the route for her to immigrate to Canada is either through schooling or through tourist visa. Yes. Hi Sandra, thanks for joining my live. You are highly welcome. So there are many ways, about 15 or 16 ways you can actually immigrate to Canada. So I got a message from her that she's because she had told me before now, and that she wanted to go through schooling. Then I sent her some cheap schools, affordable schools. In fact, I have that video on my channel, and lo and behold, she started the process. She's doing her worst. So all of a sudden, somebody told her that she can also immigrate through tourist visa, or through tourist routes. Yes. Then I told her the two are very okay, but this time around you need to decide which one. And the good thing was that I have those two videos on my channel. Then I told her the implication of each of them, because anything that has the good side has the bad side. So at the end of the day, after talking back and forth, then she said I should advise her as a sister the one that is better between immigrating via schooling route and immigrating via tourist route. Me, I would prefer the school route. Zero routes they call it, or routes. Anyone. Hi, Triple M. So let me just give you the differences and why I think the school route will be better. First of all, most persons don't get the opportunity to increase their qualification. Like when I finished my university, I've always wanted to do masters, and I've always wanted to do it abroad for reasons best known to me. I knew what I went through in my university, so I've always wanted to do it. So that's by the way. Again, I've always wanted to travel abroad, not for anything, like to visit other parts of the world. So when the issue came, she was so confused, that the person was like, yes, you can go through tourism, whatever, I will help you, I'll do this, but when you get to Canada, you will find your way. I said, that is very risky. That is very risky. You know why? If you land into Canada without hope of getting a job, it can be very devastating. Do you understand? How can someone tell you, I will assist you to get your tourist visa, then you find your way from there? I said, then the person shouldn't even try it. You know why? It takes somebody that is smart to, know what to do. But I saw that she was like a novice in this whole issue. I said, come. What that means is when you get to Canada, you go and hustle where you will stay. And if you don't have a family member or a friend that can put you in your house, where do you plan to stay? Will you stay in a hotel? You understand? For how long will you stay in the hotel? Because it's tourist visa. You must have put it in your application that your lodging is also placed for like 3 or 4 days. So what happens after like say 1 week? How will you find your way? Me, I was just being neutral in the whole thing because it's not my money you will use to immigrate. I'm just trying to, be advice, be my sister's keeper. So I just told her that okay, if you get to Canada and the person said my deal with you has ended, how will you cope? And now with children, do you understand? With children, so how will you put yourself? She was like, so what's the plan? I said, most times when people want to immigrate via tourist visa, they will have started making arrangements for jobs while in their home country. Do you understand? They would have been gathering momentum. You can't just wake up one day and somebody said he wants to assist you to get a tourist visa, but when you land in Canada, you find your way. I'm not saying you will not get yourself, you will not get your balance, but it will really be very, very difficult. Then I told her, I said, as for schooling, is a temporary visa, though the two of them are temporary, routes. But then when you go as a student, even though it will cost more, which will even cost more, because for study visa you will pay, if not all your school fee, you will pay all a part of it. Even tourist visa you will pay, you are going for tourism, so the two are both expensive. But in the long run, when you look at the schooling, apart from the fact that you are going to gain an extra certificate, at least increase your knowledge, um you at least your program, your time for your program may not be less than 1 year. But for that tourist wherever, you can't do tourism for 1 year. In fact, the highest visa they will give you for tourism or whatever is 6 months. But for schooling, it's at least maybe 1 year plus, depending on your program. Then within that 1 year to 18 months, you can be working. Yes, you can be working. Apart from the part that you can be working, if you come with your family members, um under how many months, is it 17 or 19 months, you cannot be entitled to child benefit. I don't know if that exists for tourist visa. Do you understand? So there are more benefits if you are trying to immigrate. That is comparing the two. I'm just trying to answer that lady's question because some people may also have that opinion. I'm just trying to compare the two. The two are good routes. The two routes are okay, but just that for the schooling own, it has more advantage. And when you finish your schooling or your program, it is easier for employers to employ the you, because you have now been used to the system. They don't need to train you so much because you are coming from a Canadian body, you understand, Canadian college or school. So it will not be too much for the employers than you that is just coming as a visitor from nowhere. eh? It will be easier for that student to get a job compared to the tourist person. So I hope I've also answered your questions. If you are in this, there are many benefits of you being a student, immigrating as a student, um, compared to immigrating as a tourist person. Yes, as a tourist person. Then, as a student, even if you don't have enough funds, you can actually write to your school because they are more like your sponsor now. You can write to your school, okay, I don't have enough funds, this and that. Just there should be a place, help desk in your school. But I don't think you can do that as a tourist person because If you are going as a tourist person, they expect that you are holding enough money, you are holding enough cash, so you don't complain that you are stranded. You don't complain that you are stranded. So many things, related to the schooling aspect that tourist part does not have. Okay, so try to still check out another route, another way, another. If you have any question at all, just let me know in the comment section. I have less than 30 minutes to go. I scheduled this live for 1 hour, just 1 hour. Okay, I want to talk about housing in Canada. I never knew it was this stressful. I'm just trying to tell you, this one is my personal experience. Please, if you want to immigrate to Canada and you want to rent house, you want to get an apartment, 3 months. Why I would say 3 months too is because when you do it too early, they will tell you if you are moving in, for example, September, you should maybe apply August. Most times it's always 1 month. So if you try to push in for house in June for a place where you stay in September, it's almost impossible. I'm just trying to, it's just what has been going on recently. So I just felt like sharing it with you guys. Housing in Canada is not like housing in the UK at all. At all. In the UK, if you have your money and if you like the house, you can move in, you can apply today, you go for your viewing depending on when people fix. No person will tell you next 2 months you should check back. So housing in Canada is another hurdle, which I'm talking to you based on experience, personal experience, and the fact that many people are scammers too. Anybody asking you to drop money, that is, if you are planning to relocate to Canada, or even if it's not now, just keep the information till when it's time for you to immigrate. Anybody asking you to drop money, no matter how small the money is, before you go view a place, please run, because ideally it's not supposed to be. And most times the people doing these things, they are your own people, but they will put a white man's picture, they will change the name. It's not fair. Let's be our brother's keeper. Even if you cannot help them, don't hurt them. Everything is not money. When you are in a position to assist anybody, do it. But if you cannot do it, then don't hurt the person. That's what people don't know. When people used to think everything's all about money, I just sometimes I just shake my head. I'm not saying you should not monetize some things, but there are some things you just do for the sake of love. How can somebody be saying he wants to rent a place, you have not seen the place, and there's nothing to use to hold you down? When you check the company, there's nothing you can really say, oh, if this thing doesn't work out, okay, I will call this person, okay, I will write this the mail. It's just a plain site, if there's even anyone. Please, this is just like an eye opener to anyone that wants to be immigrating to Canada and is trying to get um an apartment. You can reach out to me if you are interested. Though I'm not this thing. You can reach out to me and I'll also give you the links that you can follow that is genuine, because a lot of scammers out there. A lot of Thank you, Triple M. A lot of scammers out there. They want to, the little money you don't have, they want to say how they can get it from you. So anybody asking you to pay some money in order to allow you to view a place, please don't do that. Again, anybody that is trying to show you an apartment and is doing is the one disturbing you so much, or he calls you, oh, are you not ready yet? I think it's also another sign for you to check. You understand? If I tell you that I don't want to, I don't think you should disturb my life. But if the person keeps pressurizing you, you no longer interested, just look at it very well. And I also understand the fact that most of us are not in Canada to do viewing. Then get reliable friends that can help you do the viewing while you are not there, even if it will take you to, tip the person for assisting you, except the person doesn't want to collect anything from you. You understand? If the person doesn't want to collect anything from you, good and fine. Just please, oh my friend, oh I got a place, I saw a place online. Oh, can you help me check? And that reminds me, if you want to get an apartment or you want to rent a place where you will stay and you've not moved yet, there are many places you can check. You can go to Facebook Marketplace. You can join some WhatsApp groups. If you're interested, I can link you up. You can chat me up maybe on my Facebook page. I can link you up for apartment. Then you can also check Google. You can just type in houses in Toronto, this and that. It can lead you. But most times it's good you work with somebody you know, especially somebody that is already living there, to help you out for viewing and everything. And I also learned that there are some bodies that their their houses are not reliable, or they don't have good reviews. So these are the things you actually need to look out for. Sometimes when you're a novice, I know yes, there's always a first time, but even if you want to do a first time thing, it shouldn't be too heartbreaking. Do you understand? It shouldn't be too heartbreaking. Even when you make mistake, it shouldn't be too much. So try not to feel that you know it all in a case like this, because you're actually going to a foreign land. You're going to a foreign land, so you need all the support you can get from people. The same thing applies to job. If you want to get a job, you even as outside of you getting a job from outside of Canada via your internet, also work with persons over there. Yes, my friend, she's in Saskatchewan. She said applying online didn't work for her when she was looking for job. That what worked for her was, as soon as she landed, she just carried her certificate, and she was always going from one um company or one office to another. Please, so person, any job available, another. He said in less than 2 weeks. He said no. He said one of them just said, okay, are you ready for interview now? Something like that. Are you ready for interview now? Okay. She said she was ready. She did the interview and she passed. I don't think I've mentioned that as one of the ways you can get a job. So that's also one of the ways I'm also learning. Even though yes, I give some tips, I also learn things from my friends. Then another thing you should also do upon arrival is you getting your insurance. That's the mistake most of us make. When you arrive, you will. I can also link you up if you are interested. You do your insurance because um, you we all live. We don't know when we will die, and then some of us have children. We have relatives, so that it will look as if we came to the world and we just left like that. At least it's good to still leave inheritances for our children's children. So I was also told to do that. All these things are things you should you should be vast about. Nobody will tell you, okay? And apart from death, sometimes somebody could just come up with terminal disease that even your salary won't be able to carry it. But because you've done your insurance, and the part of the insurance will have covered the aspect of terminal sicknesses and the rest of it, you'll be able to treat yourself, and God help you, you will survive it. So I was also told that by a friend that it's good you do it as soon as you land. And I saw it as a good idea. I saw it as a good idea actually. Thanks, Triple N. I saw it as a good idea. So if you are planning to relocate, apart from the fact that, oh, I want to move to Canada, things to do upon arrival or as soon as you land, you should also take that into consideration. You should take that into consideration too, because it's not just about, some people are so concerned about immigrating and not knowing what to do afterwards. Okay, what happens? I've immigrated. Okay, I've landed. What is next? So it's good you just make your proper findings and make your proper plans before you move, so that it will just be a sweet journey for you. Okay, I know yes, it's not always that rosy at the beginning, but then you can still have a good life. You can still have a good life. Another thing I've also got to learn is that businesses thrive well in Canada. What this implies is that if you have skills, it is very good. And most of my friends there, they've resigned from their paying jobs and they are now self-employed. I can count up to five. They will be like, ah, no, no, no. That they know what they are making personally, the money they are making personally. You know, sometimes you need to know what a place can offer you. You understand? So most of them, they've all resigned and they are working from home personally. They can decide when to sleep, when to, do things like that. So if you have not learned skills and you plan to move, even if it's barbing of hair, it's making of hair, just learn one or two things. If it's sewing, if it's cooking, just have them at your fingertips. Just imagine what happened during COVID when most persons lost their jobs and people were still making money from that ugly situation. Oh, so sorry. This network issue is just a case. I'm so sorry, Tuli. So learn skills, and not just learn them. See how you can be certified, if possible. If it's the one that requires licensing, please do that. Because the truth is, I don't even intend working for anybody for too long. For too long. For too long. I just told myself at so age, I want to be self-employed. You understand? So all these things, we should put all these things into consideration. It's not only Canada alone. When you are moving to a foreign, even in UK, it works like that. It's handwork that really pays here. Handwork. If you have to work for people, you will work and work and work and work. If you can do any hand work and you are licensed, when I say licensed, it means you can freely do your business. It could even pay you. Let me cite an example. I wanted to bake a cake during for my graduation. I actually baked cake though, but I didn't want the stress. I wanted to give it out to somebody, and the person charged me uh £50. Yes, Dr. Tabat, you said sorry. I want to ask a question. £50 for a cake, and I'm sure the cake will be small. I'm not a consultant, I'm not a registered person. I keep saying that in my, it's just that, when you read about something and when you inquire about something, you know so much. Oh, no, 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 but I believe we are all busy. No, but even you taking out your time, you know, is something. But I'm just trying to share now the knowledge. You know a lot. I don't know. It's when you keep reading about something, doctor, you're a doctor. If you keep doing your doctor job and you read about it, you'll be vast in it. It's I admire your efforts. Okay, it's okay. Thank you very much. And again, I'm also using it to assist my friends, anybody that will be interested. And the reason why I started doing all these things is because I was scammed. Yes, I will call it a scam by all those immigration people that they will tell you they want to, they know how to do the process for you. Most of them, if you check very well, you even know it more than them. And God knows how much I paid, and at the end of the day, God still use us to still do the application. So at the end of the day, we realized that the person didn't even know what the person was saying. That I called IRCC, I went to their office. No, if you have been watching my videos, I said my application delayed. I think I will even say it here before. Let me round it off here. My application delayed. This my Canadian application delayed. Hmm? We got somebody from Canada that claimed to be a lawyer. You understand? And when the person started helping, we had already paid, because if you don't pay, they won't do anything. And once you pay your money, they will start telling you they don't have time. Don't disturb me this time. Along the line, there's what we call CBSA. CBSA is a more thorough way of knowing what is going on with your application. Along the line, we did that. We ordered CBSA. So after some time, the person called and said, yes, I have checked what is delaying your application. In fact, I went to the IRCC office. I spoke with this is that. I told them, they said this is what is wrong with your application, this and that. Later, CBSA came. CBSA is from Canada is from IRCC. If truly you went to the IRCC, whatever you should say or whatever you have said should tally with what CBSA is saying. Do you understand? At least if not 100%, maybe 95%. The person said, yes, your application was last visited so time. CBSA said another thing. In fact, where I even caught the person, was when he said, your application was visited last so time. I said, no. I said I got a mail from RCC that I should go and do medicals. He said, really? I said, yes. The person said another thing again. I said, no. See what I got from RCC. That was why I said, hey, oh God, we have missed it. And when they are billing you money, they don't bill you 200,000, they don't bill you 300,000, they don't bill you for, they will bill you big money so that you look as if they know what they are doing. But this man really scammed us, and I really feel like reporting him to IRCC, honestly. So when all these things came, I said, if I was scammed through this rule, this means, then let me use it to help anybody. That is why I keep hammering it on this channel. I don't charge anybody. I'm not an agent. But from the little experience I have gotten, I will use it to assist you. If you can do this application yourself, please do it. The only person you should trust are registered lawyers. When I say registered lawyers or registered immigration, are those that have license, that you can really see that they have license. Thank you. If they don't have license, wrong. Even those that have license, my friend used an agent that has license in Canada. His application was still ineligible. So it just takes the grace of God. And another thing is that we too, we are not patient when it comes to this JAPA or immigration thing. We are not patient. We just want everything to go fast. Meanwhile, all the information you need is on their site. Okay, I want to travel through these routes. I read better at night. I assimilate better at night when my kids are sleeping. Get your system, or anyhow you want to read it. Read about it word for word. I promise you will understand. And I believe there's a way you can also send them a message. Maybe if you are not clear. This one now, you have not even started the application. You are not clear about anything. You let them know, okay, how do I do this? And you start the whole thing instead of you having sleepless nights because of one scammer agent. They are everywhere. So that was what has pushed me to trying to assist my friends, and for free. I don't charge anybody. I'm not an agent. Just do it to the best of my knowledge. And what I don't know, I will tell you I don't know. What I'm not sure about, I will also tell you I'm not sure about it. What I know really, I will let you know that, okay, this is how it goes. Hope you guys are following me. Hope you guys are still with me. If you are still with me, let me see your emoji. Just give me a sign that you are with me. So if you have further questions, you can ask in the comment section so that I can use it to explain further anything I wish to explain. So currently in UK, their laws are getting too much. It's telling on everybody here. Their laws are really getting too much. It's not favoring a lot of immigrants. But do you know what? We move. So that's our slogan. So we keep doing our best to enjoy whatever we can enjoy here. We can enjoy life here. Yeah. So guys, I'll soon be calling it, is it a night or a day? Thanks for staying tuned till this time. I really appreciate you guys for taking our time, and sorry for the break. I didn't upload videos, and I'll be uploading the video. Thank you, doctor. I'll be uploading the video of the graduation ceremony and how I also spent my vacation, very necessary vacation. Yeah, I will be uploading that soon, and I'll be sharing a very big news with you guys soonest. So keep staying tuned on this channel, And again, this channel will be rebranded soon. I'll be bringing more vlogs now. Even though yes, I can still come up with this immigration stuff, I'll be bringing vlogs more to you guys now. When I came here, I was having a very long hair. The weather cut it, so how I was able to regain it. Most people will want to also know about that. So I will just the channel has been a mixed up channel, but somehow I now started talking more about all this japa. So I will return to that pattern. It will be a mixed channel more. Even cooking, I love to cook, but lately I've not really been doing that. Many activities. But like I said, the channel will be rebranded and it will be more mixed, because that was the essence of me creating the channel. You will see food vlog, you will see traveling vlog, you will see everything vlog. But then I will not stop doing this information, these updates. I will not stop it. But then expect more as per daily activities, what I think you guys should know. I would I will be bringing them forward to you guys. Yes, I'll be bringing them forward to you guys. So thanks so much. Thanks so much. I really appreciate you guys. You guys have been supportive. And for those of you that don't know that I have a second channel, I do have a second channel where I do DIYs, where I sew clothes, where I do crafts, where I do pattern drafting. Please kindly check it out. It is Joy Bliss Concepts. While this one is World, the other one is Joy's Concept. Kindly check it out and support your girl there. And you could even learn one or two things from that channel too. See you all in my next video. Bye. So let me see your bye emoji so that I'll know that yes. Bye. Oh, thank you, doctor. Bye. Who else is saying bye? Oh, thank you. Can we get two more? Then I call it a day or a night. Thanks. Oh, doctor put 4 hands. Okay. How many people? Who else is saying bye? Bye. So expect my vlog, guys. Stay tuned. I will be breaking the video into two so that I don't bore you guys. My preparation for the graduation and the graduation day itself. Please expect that video tomorrow. You shall see it. Oh, the whole family is saying bye. Thanks so much. I love your family. I love them so much. Can't wait for, yes, it will. I will upload it this night so you'll watch it tomorrow. I'll premiere it for tomorrow and you'll see how the event went. It was really interesting. It was all lively. I felt so happy. I felt loved. And you guys will see my mother-in-law too. She came around, so you will see her in the video. Doctor, you already know. So bye. It's so hard to say bye. It's so hard to go, but I have to go now. Thanks.